Time travel has been a staple of science fiction for quite a long time now. Having the ability to go forward or backward in time sounds appealing, doesn't it? You could go back and undo that wrong turn you made and make it to the meeting, or you could go forward and bring future technology to the present. Traveling through time to the past isn't really possible for us humans to do right now. To the future, however, it's a different story. Just can't go back to the present. Time traveling to the future is as simple as moving at a very high speed, say 50% the speed of light. Now that may sound confusing, but allow me to explain what Einstein worked on for years in just a couple of minutes. Now, this equation may seem confusing, which it is, but it is the equation that allows you to calculate the dilation of time relative to a reference point. That's the dilated time, t is the stationary time, v is the velocity, and c is the speed of light. This equation shows how, as your velocity approaches the speed of light relative to a reference point, the slower time passes for you. This equation shows how people travel at the speed of light. You could be unaffected by the passage of time. Unfortunately, only massless particles can travel at the speed of light, since it takes an infinite amount of energy for an object with mass to travel at the speed of light. The reason for this is that as an object's velocity approaches the speed of light, which is 299,792,458 meters per second, or about 186,000 miles per second, its mass begins to increase. Now, it won't be much of a change at first, but once you reach about 80% the speed of light, the mass increase will begin to grow at an alarming rate. Once you reach c, the speed of light, the object's mass will become infinite, so the energy required to move it will become infinite. Faster than light travel has been seen in sci-fi movies and video games. If one were to move faster than light, they would technically move backwards in time based on the equation. Relative velocity isn't the only thing that can affect the passage of time. There's relative gravity. This effect is shown in the movie Interstellar, in which one of the planets orbits a black hole. One of the characters postulates that 1 hour of time on the planet would equate to 7 years of time back on the ship. A black hole is an extreme example of gravitational time dilation, but it's the only one that is significant enough to create a noticeable effect. Now, this isn't nearly the whole story, since there are dozens of other equations that factor into this, along with curved black holes and the implications of traveling back in time. But with all of this, it would be incredible if we could just travel to the future without having to deal with aging.